Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the finals of the High Division of Rising High 2022. The first division, the first tournament back since Corona times. We're all happy and blessed to be out here again, having a great time, having a great weekend with each other. It's not the old school hot Rising High weather we're used to, but we're out here and we're still having a great time nonetheless. So we have in the finals here Quijotes and Hardfisch from Spain and Germany respectively. Huge shot goes up, deep, and it's going to be a one-shot score over there. Wow, what an incredible shot from Hardfisch. That's Hardfisch. So thank you all for tuning into the live stream. We hope to be giving you some good entertainment this afternoon. My name is Patrick Shepard, and I'm joined here in the studio with Dave Hoogdoorn and Klaas Minke. Funny story about all three of us is over the years we live in a ultimate frisbee team student house in Delft, and I used to live with Klaas, now I live with Dave, and Dave now lives in Klaas's old room. So it's funny how things work out in the long run, eh?
Yeah, man, amazing weekend to be here at Rising High. It's been 3 years since we've had the opportunity to do this, and I've had a great time. And I'm really looking forward to this final.
Yeah, same here. The weather is looking nice as well. It was a bit questionable this morning with a little rain. Wind is still a thing. We had problems with it whole weekend. Seeing a lot of discs fly up and a big downwind advantage.
Yeah, and shout out to the rain because I actually managed to add extension to my tent, which is actually a pool. So I had a So I had a 5-star camping experience.
Yeah, Klaas had a pretty had the full Rising High experience, so to say, with tent issues and everything within and around that. But let's bring the focus back to this amazing matchup we have here in the finals for you. So it's the High Division. There are two men's divisions at Rising High: the Rising Division and the High Division. Oh, and that's a quick little block. What? Was that up? Wow, I am incredibly impressed by that. A quick flip to the end zone, and it's 1-1 still on serve for both teams. I'm very curious. This is going to be a very high-level matchup, and these high-level games, you know, a few turns here and there can always make the difference between everything. So it's 1-1.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to who's going to score those one upwind break, because downfield they are looking amazing so far. Both converting their downwind point.
Yeah, so the black team here, Quijotes, they came all the way from Madrid, and we're really excited to host them here at this tournament. It's been great having them here. And they actually have their Spanish national championship in 1 month's time, and they're using this tournament here to prepare for that, to face a little bit of a different, some different teams and some different tactics than they're used to in Spain. And from what I've talked to them, they've been able to see that, and they're really enjoying themselves. So great to have them here. And there seems to be some miscommunication here because there's no one marking the disc, but that's being sorted out. Oh, and this will be a great opportunity for Quijotes. And we see here number 29, Ricardo, in the stack. He's actually he started playing frisbee here in Delft. Oh, and the deep shot. Oh, just a bit short this time. So yeah, Ricardo, special shout out to him because he actually started playing frisbee in Delft. So we know him, and he was a great teammate to have, and happy to see him playing with Quijotes here. Hardfisch with the hard fake right there. Oh, and Ricardo almost getting the layout D. Oh, and that was great work by number 28. Great work, even though maybe he wasn't the person that disc was intended to. I'm not sure. Still going for it. And that's really important to get up behind those discs.
You know what's really interesting there is Ricardo, my man. He made a layout attempt, and The thing was, he was on the floor, and the offender instantly saw that, got rid of the disc, and instantly took off. Ricardo was still on the floor. That gave him the instant 3-meter separation, and he just pulled that all the way through into the end zone. That's really good tactical awareness. If your person lays out and misses it, you want to get that disc off as quickly as possible, and use the fact that they're still down to use that to gain that separation.
Yeah, and that's the tactical decision you have to make, whether you lay out or not. If you lay out, let's say you have a 50% chance of getting it, you lay out for that. That's 50% that you get a turn, right? But on the other hand, you'll be on the floor. And if the game develops like that, then it could be a disadvantage for your team. So Quijotes is walking up to the pole, a bit of a short pole into the hard wind right now. He dumps it right here. So this is quick movement with the disc, really nice to see and typical for Spanish teams. Oh, nice. And that was an assist by number 11, Luke. Great pass right there.
That's a really interesting comment there, Klaas, about that's kind of traditional from Spanish teams, and it's very interesting to see how playing styles vary from country to country. German teams tend to have a very simple yet powerful offense, hard cuts, simple initiation plays. As you said, the Spanish and Italian teams really like their give and goes, especially the Italians. And when you go even more international than that, if you look at Japan, for example, they really use these tight spaces, tight throws, their quickness around the disc. So it's just really interesting to see how these playing styles vary over the whole world. And I think that's the nice thing about these international tournaments is you really get to experience that, both as a player and a commentator. And you get to see how you need to adjust your game to be able to make the most out of it. So now we see a big pull coming. Oh!
Right over us.
So, as you may have heard on the microphone, and my very not scared reaction was that the disc landed on top of the stands here.
So the disc is taken here by Malte Meistering, number 12, and he centers it to number 24, Philipp Neuhauser, with the disc in his hand, looking up line, manages to get a big around. And right here. And again, number 28 right there, Tim Grunewald, and he's actually one of the captains of this team. This team is a bit of a pickup team, so they came here originally with the intention to prepare for the German nationals. But unfortunately, mixed German nationals got in their way. So the mixed German nationals is at this weekend right now. And so not all the players were able to make it, and so they took some other players from their club and opened it up a bit. And they're having a lot of fun here. And what's maybe unknown to you, if you weren't at the tournament itself, is that they're actually the champions of the Flip Cup tournament, which, in case you didn't know, is actually the more important part of Raising High. So we're looking into streaming that next year.
That sounds like a really great idea, Klaas. It's important to showcase everything we have here at Rising High. And, the comment was made last night, I don't know by who, but the question was, what does Hardfisch actually do during their Ultimate Frisbee training sessions? Because they seem to be very good at Flip Cup. But at the same time, now we see that they're also pretty good at Ultimate Frisbee. So, I think we should just leave it at that, not ask too many questions, and appreciate the good Ultimate they have to show us. So now we hear a big call. I think that's a fire call to man-to-man defense in the field. I think I'm mistaken. No, they are going to man-to-man. 24 has the disc now. Up to number 8. Fast pace. Tries to get the upline, but not quite there. Swings to the middle of the field. Tight defense. Number 4, nice little pass around. But unfortunately couldn't quite connect. 4 to 24. 24. Bravo. And Tate. Unfortunately couldn't quite make it. It's a big jump ball here. Number 26 there. Has a little bit of height on number 8. Has the disc. Centers over to 20. And a nice little shot to the end zone. And that's a break over here for Hardfisch. That's the first break of the game, and that could be very telling for the rest of the game. In these high-level matchups, little mistakes like that can have a big impact. So we see the stands here getting even fuller as people finish up the rest of their games, coming in and enjoying the nice showcase we have on them for today. So that's going to be a huge point for Hardfisch over here. The team in the white makes it 4-2. One break up. But we'll see. I think the Spanish team is a very experienced team. I think they can deal with the pressure. And I'm curious to see what they bring out next. So actually here in Vitesse Delft. Thank you for hosting us, Vitesse Delft. It's a football club over here in the Netherlands. And it's really nice to have all of these international teams over here. And we have a big ball going up, and that's just landed in, rolls out the back, however. So he has to take it to the front of the end zone. That's a little bit of luck. And I think we're going to get a zone coming out of Hardfisch over here. So it looks like it's a bit man on the handlers, and then a bit more zoney upfield. A bit of a junk look, I think, for the first few passes, trying to mess up the pull plays. And that's Callahan country. Oh! And that is going to be the sickest play of the final so far. There is a foul call, but he got the bobble, then recollected it with the layout, managed to catch the Callahan. What an incredible play, regardless of the outcome of this call.
And Tim Grunefeld right there showing, again, why he's the captain of this team. Absolutely dominating this game so far, and we'll see what the outcome of this call is. This is definitely going down as one of the highlights of Rising High history right there. Amazing to see that play happen right in front of us.
Yeah, Dave, that was an incredible play, wasn't it? You saw the commitment he had. He didn't get it the first time. He was like, I'm going to keep fighting and get the disc. What are your thoughts on that kind of mindset?
It's all about that mindset. Even if you're, especially in these games where you're tired, it is all about mindset. It is all about getting that disc, wanting that disc to be yours, and switching on. So even if he couldn't avoid the contact, it's nice that he did it. Hype up his team, hype up the little stand we got here. And it's still Callahan territory, so you never know. It might happen. They're having a lot of trouble working through Hardfisch's zone, as there's a big put, and that is the momentum you need, because there's another big put. What a throw! What a throw as they break right back and hype up the fields. They went from potentially getting scored on by Hardfisch to getting this sick pull.
Sasarini El Bravo, number 24, will be really happy with that. Excuse me if I'm saying any names wrong here. I think that's how it's pronounced. Absolutely amazing run deep, and an amazing put as well, upwind. That will be a big gut punch for Hardfisch right there. On another note, I'd like to give a shout out to our cameraman, Dennis Corpel, one of the best in the business. Unfortunately, you can't see him right now because he's behind the camera. That's unavoidable. Unavoidable. Hardfisch is going to be 100% mentally focused on scoring this right now. Oh, and a bit of a drop right there by number 47, Justus Bruggenjürgen. And Quijotes, again with that quick dynamic handler play. And Sergio Monterde there, also a captain on this team. Oh! And that's 2 points in a row for Quijotes. Absolutely amazing play. And they definitely look ready for Spanish Nationals. They've been training hard since their last place. They placed number 5 at the last Spanish Nationals. It's been a long time since that tournament has taken place. And they've been working hard to improve that ranking. And it really looks like that work is going to pay off.
Wow. What an incredible game we have, guys. I'm just sitting back and I'm enjoying the highlights we have being made right in front of our eyes. It's a tight game, it's back and forth, it's exciting, it's expansive play, it's big plays, it's layouts, it's intensity, it's everything you would want to see from a Rising High finals. And nothing less than I'd expect for such a prestigious tournament like we have here in Delft. And this tournament has been going on for a long time. I'd like to give a shout out to the incredible crew that's been organising this tournament thus far. Dave is actually part of that crew this year. But without further ado, let's get back to the game. We have a roller pull here on the sideline. So we have Hardfisch picking it up. Number 12 over here on the sideline puts it up. It's a big shot. Can he get the read? Can he get the layout? Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too far. You see the wind just scooping underneath there, lifting it up and carrying it too far away. Real shame. But, guys, this is the opportunity for Quijotes to get their break back. You know, I'm sure they're feeling a little bit of nerves, a little bit of pressure. And maybe that's why that it just got intercepted. But it was also a great play from number 20 over there. Number 12 calling for a nice vertical stack. So number 12 has the disc now in the middle, looking for his options, resets it over to number 28. A little inside shot. Oh, and he's smoked open to the open side, but doesn't quite get the disc. Nice patience here, and I think there's going to be a little bit of a foul call there. Uncontested. It's nice to see that spirit, even in the heat of the moment of this intensity. Disc is checked in, swings over to the far side, and that's a lefty flick over to the far corner of the end zone, and that's a nice shot. We're 5-4 to Hardfisch. I couldn't tell these two teams apart if you tried.
Hardfisch will be very happy to score that point right there, get their head back in the game, and still up by 1 point. So they should be feeling good about themselves right now. The question is, can Quijotes punch back? Based on their play so far at this tournament, you would definitely think so. Hardfisch with a floaty pull. And it's picked up. And that's a nice big put to Marcos Rodriguez. Passes it over to Chema. Very safe play, very dynamic handler play as we're used to from this team. Oh, an amazing score right there. Quijotes tying it up 5-5 and showing why they made it all the way to this final with amazing dynamic handler play.
Yeah, fun fact about the Spanish team right here. They are from Madrid, of course, and they almost all support Atletico Madrid, the football team. Yesterday was the Champions League final, something we watched here as well, and they were all rooting for Liverpool because Real Madrid, the other team in Madrid, was playing in the final as well. Unfortunately for them, Real Madrid won 1-0. So that was a big hit for them, but ultimate frisbee-wise, you can't see that big hit in the field.
All right. We out here having a nice game of Ultimate, enjoying the clouds that Delft has to offer. Oh, that's a nice roller. Pinned on the sideline. Nice stop by number 37 over there. Centered over to the middle of the field. That's a big shot up. Can he get there? The wind pops up just enough, and it's a big rundown, and it's a huge layout, and he just misses it. Unfortunate, but you really saw if you just continue believing that disc might be yours, the wind might pop it up for just long enough, and this is one of those situations, Klaas.
Dude, that's a beautiful metaphor for life.
You know, I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, the skills we learn in the Ultimate Frisbee are things that you can take with you for the rest of your life, and I think, for me personally, us winning our national championship was a metaphor like that for me. that if you put your mind to something, you can achieve something great. And there's a little hop in for number 37 over there. That gives us 6-5 to Hardfisch. You know, it's a highly dynamic game we have here. A lot of disc tempo, a lot of fast speed, powerful cuts. It's very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, and as opposed to the ladies' finals we just had, there are not a lot of zones being put up. And that is actually something nice to see, that they are putting hard man defense, really trying to pressure everyone on that team, with not giving any easy options.
Yeah, and as a player, when you're battling to win a finals, you usually want to play man-to-man. You want to take your person and just try to beat them one-on-one. Go back to the roots and just compete. So now for Quijotes, number 24, Sasarini just picked it up. He's looking to his dump, and he gets it off safely. We have a little upline situation here. A little bit of a blade. Oh, but just a bit too far for number 11, Luke. And it looks here like Malte Meistering is picking up the disc, looking to score and upwind points. This would be a huge point for Hardfisch. Oh, what an amazing layout from Tim, and he puts it up. It's floating in the wind. And lucky for Quijotes, they come down with it. Again, a pass to number 11, Luke. Looking downfield here. And again, playing with 3 dynamic handlers. Always keeping it moving. These stalls are not getting above 2 very often. That was a hard pressure D right there from number 28. Really putting on the pressure so that it was difficult to get off the sideline, and reaping the benefits right now. Taking a tactical timeout. I guess they're going to try to take their breaths. They're probably a bit tired from all that intensity they've been playing, and they see this as a huge opportunity to get an upward point.
Yeah, this has been one of the longer points in this final so far. So I think a tactical timeout is at its place here. Yeah, as you said, taking a breather, making sure you set up properly, making sure you can even call in a play to get this upwind point.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Dave. So we see here them talking to both their teams. I always, as a coach, wonder what they're saying in these situations. So you always know what you say in your own timeouts, but it's always interesting to hear what other teams say. Maybe next time we can get some microphones in the huddles next time. That'd be a great idea. But that's what we're all about, constantly thinking about how we can improve here at Force Electro and Rising High. To everyone watching at home, thank you all for joining this stream on a beautiful day in Delft. We're here at Vitesse Delft. Usually, stereotypically, Rising High, it's always 30 degrees and sunny, and it's incredibly hot. But for the first time, we're actually having not great weather, if I could say so myself. Bit of rain, bit of cold, bit of sun, bit of clouds, it's all a bit mixed up.
Yeah, as they set up again, I want to quickly talk about what was your favorite part about this tournament, Patrick?
Well, my favorite parts about this tournament was honestly just seeing all these teams come together and having a great time. The Ultimate has been great, and I must say, I think, Dave, if I'm being honest with you, I was thinking of giving an ultimate answer, but I have to say the Flip Cup tournament was the best part of the tournament. I have to be honest with you. The ultimate is, oh, that's a huge shot going up. Let's see, 2 people under the disc, and it's attacked by number 11 and number 19. That's great. But yeah, Flip Cup tournament was the best part of the tournament for me. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're aware of how the tournament is organized here. So players that play for Force Electro, which is the organizing club, we actually volunteer to do tasks. And I would say my favorite part of the tournament so far was yesterday when I had to clean up the party, and so I went downstairs to go put some cardboard in the recycling. And then not only did I put the cardboard in the recycling, I actually found a rave bunker. And I would like to put a big shout out for all the ravers out there at 2:30 yesterday. Amazing music, amazing vibes, and actually some of those players in the final. I'm not gonna shout them out. I don't want to make them. I don't want to shout them out like that in case their families are watching. But I would like to say it was an amazing time. Oh, and Hardfisch with the upwind score. Amazing point there from Hardfisch, and a timeout being called by Quijotes.
Wow, yeah, Klaas. That is an upwind break, putting the score at 7-5. It could be that Hardfisch could take halftime after this. Again, we see a nice tactical timeout here to try and break the momentum of Hardfisch.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for the people watching at home. I should not have asked what their favorite thing was. I knew they were gonna hype themselves up a bit, or at least the partying bit of Rising High. No, I would say the DDC tournament on Friday was really fun. Not because I organized it, but it was really fun. And there are going to be some great pictures of this tournament, of course. So yeah, really looking forward to posting them online.
Yeah, and in all seriousness, you know, the party part and the Flip Cup of Rising High is obviously incredible. But what I really like about Rising High is it's such a catalyst and kind of incubator for teams to grow. Every year, for as long as I can remember, we've had the junior national teams coming here. It's a great opportunity for them to see really varied styles of ultimates and develop themselves against different levels of opponents, different countries, all of these kind of things. And it's a really nice atmosphere that you have, you know, the kiddos walking around at 15, you know, being really energetic about ultimate. You have the vets walking around. You have teams from all different countries. And you have the rising division, you have the high division, you have the ladies division. There's something for everyone, and it's just beautiful to see that kind of incubator mentality. There's something for everyone, and it's great to see that every year. So we're going to throw in a little nice fun fact. Alvaro and Sergio on Quijotes are brothers, in fact. So that's number 19 and 3 respectively. So I'm very curious to see if we can see any chemistry going from there, you know? What you find is people who either in a relationship or family of each other have a lot of good chemistry on and off the field, of course. And they're both also going to the World Ultimate Club Championships in Cincinnati with Quijotes in a few months. And that's actually also where our local team, Force Electro 1, will be heading. Because we're the reigning national champions, we actually got a bid to go to the World Championships. And the crowd is going crazy with an incredible pull, but it just touched the backline. But no, so we have a great opportunity to go to World Championships. So our team has been working very hard to prepare ourselves for that. So that's really exciting. And I'm sure we'll see those two players at Worlds themselves. So we've got a zone here from Hardfisch. It's very condensed in the middle. I'd like to see the Spanish team here expand it a little bit just to create a few more gaps. But a nice pop through over there. Over to the sidelines of number 19. Over to his brother. Look at that, the chemistry we were just talking about. Onto the sideline. The zone is melted away. Oh, and we got a foul call. I think there was a little bit of a bump there. Yeah. We see the brothers just kind of dominating this whole play at the moment. That chemistry is going really well. Little swing to the middle, over to the side of the field, back to the middle. So number 4 over there, in cut with a very fancy shirt, a little bit different from everyone else. Upline shot to number 19, doesn't come off, and it's a bailout long shot. A little bit of body. And there's a score there, but I think there's a score, no foul call. Great spirit over there.
Amazing score there by Luke in the end zone. Another upwind point, and we've been seeing a really high number of upwind points here, and I think that just shows the great quality of these two teams. Another fun fact about those brothers, they're actually playing together with Guayota, and they're going to Worlds this summer. That one's for the people with Alzheimer's.
I apologize for that insensitive comments. We'll swiftly move on. So we have the score is now 6-7. A very exciting game. Everything could come down to this next point. If Hardfisch would take halftime, it would be a huge momentum shift for them. So we see 7 people on the line for both teams. And the pull coming up. Let's see how far I can get this. Oh, that's a speedy pull. Blade, will it come back in the field? No, not quite. It just goes out all the way down the field.
Yeah, a wise man once said to me that if you do it 360 at the pool, it's never going to come in correctly. It's never going to come how you want it to go. That wise man is sitting right next to me right now. Yeah, and right now this was actually, they can take it up pretty far up the field right now because it went out quite close to their own end zone. So a good opportunity for Hardfisch. Let's see what they do with it. Nice upline. And a great shot. That's going to be a 50-50. Is it going to be caught? It is. It is caught. There is a stall out call though. They're having a discussion right now. And he is going to contest that stall out call. So the stall goes down. And he's going to try again. Another great shot. And it's going to be caught by Hardfisch going into the half. 8-6.
So, during the halftime, we now have Martin joining us in the commentary booth. We're going to get a little halftime interview over here. And Martin, he's on for selection 1 as well. You can look at the camera over here. Martin is an assistant professor at the TU Delft, so quite a smart man, I'd say. Would you be able to use your intellect to give your little analysis and commentary on what you've been seeing in this game today?
This game was really hard fought. The physics of the frisbee is like really complicated, but it seems like that the German team really understand the aerodynamism of the frisbee, and that was lovely to see. Whenever you see the disc flying like this, you know it's gonna float, and that makes sense, you know.
Yeah. Thank you for that really nice tactical insight. We now have halftime over here. Shout out to Dennis behind the camera. He's doing a great job helping us out today. I'd also like to get a little a view of the nice scenery here. A little zoom in. Very nice. So Dave, 6-8. Do you think Quijotes can bring this back?
I definitely believe Quijotes can bring this back. I hope they'll actually get it to Universe. That would have been the optimal situation right here. And it only takes one more break. You never know. They've broken Hardfisch before. They can definitely do it again. Let's see how they do. As the disc is being pulled, really seeing the influence of the wind on that pull. Wasn't a 360, so it is a good pull.
One of the difficult things with those pulls is that the wind has been quite gusty here at Rising High, so you don't know when you're winding up how strong will the wind be. It could change while the disc is in the air, so that can be really difficult. And clean play here from Quijotes. They really want this point. Oh, and just a bit of a miscommunication right there. Hardfisch with the big put to number 21. Oh, and he catches it. Looking for options. And scores with a little double pass. Amazing play there by Hardfisch. Really showing what an amazing team they are. Another fun fact about Hardfisch, their second team, Hard 2 Fish, was actually in the semifinals of the Flip Cup tournament as well. Those guys really are good at Flip Cup.
I don't know what they're eating over there by that team, but it seems to be working, I'll tell you that much. And here we see a great example of the power of winning halftime. So Hardfisch, they scored the point before half, but because of the way the game started, they could instantly start on offense after the halftime. So you kind of get a free switch to offense, which is really nice. That's why it's so important to win those halftime points. So setting up for pull. So setting up for the pull here. I'm expecting this to reach the back of the end zone, if I'm honest with you. Huge pull, up, inside, out, a lot of hang time. And look at that. It's almost at the back of the end zone. Nice center. 59 on the mark, pretty intense mark. Oh, layout opportunity, didn't quite get there. A little bit of a travel, if I might say so myself. And 11 is completely open. 19 is running hard. Nice throw into space. Amazing. Great take, great shot. And the crowd loves it.
Yeah, how can you not love that? That was a great grab. Quijotes bringing it right back to 7-9. Still, they need to break twice now, though. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Shout out to Francesca right there in the view of the camera for organizing the amazing food at this tournament.
You know, Francesca has been a great member of Force Electra for many, many years, and I'd like to actually just maybe share with you a lesson that I was reminded of today. So I was helping prepare lunch in the food tent, and Francesca came by, who was responsible for that, and, you know, she said, "Patrick, you're doing a great job." And it was in that moment that I realized, you know, what the impact of a simple compliment can have on your attitude. So just remember that, everyone. If you haven't complimented someone today, go out, share some love, tell them they're doing a good job. You never know how it might change someone's day.
Patrick, I must say you're looking really good today. But let's get it back to Ultimate right now, as Hardfisch is looking to get another upwind point with a great layout and a great catch from number 82 right there. Quijotes now putting up a zone. And it's a nice swing. Can they keep that disc moving? And they're swinging a lot. It's exactly what Quijotes want right now. See if they can swing it again. Simple pass backwards and a swing. Can they follow that up? They can unfortunately not. Quijotes is just hungry right now. They want that disc. So whenever they can get that opportunity, they will go for it. Just like you saw there. And as number 31 actually injures himself, I hope it is not too serious.
Yeah, we see there number 47, Miguel Espuello, on the ground. I hope he's feeling all right. He seems to be walking it off. Hopefully he's able to continue playing. And we wish him the best recovery. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
You know, it's always sad to see when these injuries happen. People give their all in ultimate frisbee, and it's an intense sport, so sometimes things go the wrong way, and it can have a pretty big impact on your life. So you get a pretty serious knee injury. So all the best to him. I hope it's not too serious.
And an amazing foot block right there by Quijotes. They really earned that right on their own end zone line to stay in this game. Amazing handler play here, and you can really see how bad these players want it. They came all the way from Madrid. They want to win this. Oh, and unfortunately, and there's a bit of a call here. Not sure if his hand might have been contacted right there while he was trying to throw the disc to his brother. Actually, a retracted foul there. And that's very sportsmanly of him to retract that. Can Quijotes get the block right here? And you can see how intense this point is. Will Hardfisch score? Or will Quijotes get the block? Oh, and the Hardfisch manages to get open after lots of cutting in the end zone. And it can be really hard to cover your player because knowing what an amazing handler has the disc in their hands, you know that that break side is also an option. And covering both the break and the open side can be really tricky. So Hardfisch, really happy here to be up 10-7.
And in the meantime, I'd just like to give a big shout out to Ruby and Sarah watching from Madrid. Thank you for tuning in and supporting your local team. So 10-7. You know, that's isn't it? It's a big difference, don't you think, Dave?
Yeah, this is the moment where the Spanish team Quijotes shouldn't let their head down and try to get back into this. As I said, I really hope they can pull this to Universe and see how interesting that gets.
True story.
I think it's a very important thing is not letting your head down, but it's sometimes hard to get your head up back again. I don't know if you have any experience. How would you get your team out of that, Patrick?
Well, you know what? Elite sports is all about being in the moment and letting go of past mistakes. And then when you can really be present on what you're doing in that moment, that's when you'll be successful. So, you know, like, I would try and, you know, it all starts with the season build-up. You need to create a good environment, a safe environment where, you know, people don't feel okay, you know, being themselves. You need to have people practice, letting go of mistakes during practice. And you also need to hype each other up sometimes, you know. Sometimes you are down, sometimes you need someone else to pick yourself up. So a little bit of hype, a little bit of calm. It really depends on what's needed by the team in that situation. I think it depends on the personalities in your team. It depends on the situation. And I think that really is, you know, if we look at the great coaches in this world, I think that's what they do really well, is knowing what that team needs from them at any specific time. And I find it quite interesting, this point, that we see a bit more sloppiness, and maybe it's the tiredness or the fatigue setting in, but you do see a few more turnovers, a few more contentious calls, things like that, slowing down the pace of the game. The spirit seems to be looking all right. I think it's being all well communicated and all of that. So, yeah, I'm very curious how this will play out. Klaas, having played in front of a big crowd at the Dutch National Championship final, what is the effect of playing in front of a crowd on you?
I think that really changes from player to player, right? So some players, they just really love that hype. They love the intensity and having the crowd oohing and eyeing and cheering. Oh, and a turn right there. Can he put it in? Hardfisch looking right here very intently towards the end zone. Are they going to get open? With the up line, decides not to put it. Oh, and an amazing score right there. With the layout. So yeah, as I was saying, it really depends from player to player. Some players, they love that intensity, and that will just get them further into the game. Hardfisch is really playing an amazing game here. Now, Robin Sell, number 21, one of the captains of the team. He has the disc in his hand, looking to pull it. with a comfortable lead of 7-11. Let's see how far he can put it up into this wind. That's a pretty good pull right here. And looking to pick it up. Potentially put it downwind. No. Instead opting for that quick Spanish play. Sending it over to Alvaro. And then to Tate. And you can also see that those Hardfisch players are getting tired. And who wouldn't against Quijotes with all their quick dynamic play? And a turn right there.
Yeah, and I think that's just a little bit of the focus draining after such a long weekend. I think, honestly, the difference between these two teams is maybe not necessarily the level of the athleticism. It might just be that little bit of sharpness connecting on those throws. Because both teams have incredibly good hand of play, incredibly good deep games, incredible athleticism. But, you know, the difference is sometimes made in that those little focused moments, those throwing and catching moments. And I really think that is the difference between the two teams right now.
Yeah, they both went hard at the party as well, so that is definitely not a factor in this. As Hardfisch moves it nicely upfield. Can he catch that? Oh, he just about cannot catch that. And now Quijotes with a big deep shot. He'll get to that. Yeah, 100%. No doubt about it. What a beautiful put.
Definitely. You know, we once had a player on our team, shout out to Robert, who would actually play better the next day after the party due to the party. So, you know, you never know how these things can affect you as a player. You just have to figure it out and see what works for you.
Robert has a lot of experience playing Ultimate Frisbee, and with that experience comes wisdom. And he always taught us younger players the best way to avoid soreness is lots of dancing. So when you dance a lot, your muscles will loosen up a lot. You get the blood flowing, get the nutrients going through your muscles, and you'll feel fresher the next day, actually.
True story.
Now pulling up wind for Quijotes. Oh, and that's a unlucky roll there for Hardfisch. Looking downfield here, looking at his options, he doesn't see anything. Seems to be a bit frustrated. Puts it to Philip. No, he saw with the nice move right there. And this time he sees an option that he likes. A sky battle. Oh, amazing D there from Quijotes. And that was a great sky from him. Beating the taller player high in the air. And now we have number 3, Sergio Monterde, captain of the team, picking up the disc.
Let's see what they can do as number 29 right there sets up the stack, making sure everyone is ready to go. Ricardo setting up the stack, 29 vote.
Yes. 3. Over to 19, the brotherly connection. Up to Ricardo, my man, 29. Up to 11 on the sideline, keeping that in. And he wants to get it off the sideline. Nice IO flick over to 3 to 19. Again, this brotherly connection really coming in clutch. Over to 88. Back to number 3. Nice quick movement here. Nice disc tempo. Very, very characteristic of their team. Nice swing up. 31. And, you know, if they could score this, the score would be 11-9. Oh, but that's a quick little... Oh, he's doubting whether he should make a call. Disc goes up. Will he get there? Almost. You know, this could be a critical point. Say that Quijotes could score this upwind break. That would put the score at 11-9 with the wind behind them. That could really turn this game around, Klaas.
Yeah, an ultimate game can switch really quickly. You could be playing a game and feel that you're ahead by a comfortable margin, and out of nowhere, the team gets a break, stops you downwind, and then suddenly they're back in it. So it's really important. Every point really matters. Right here, Quijotes with a bit of a risky pass, but nothing to stress about. Again, moving the disc quickly. Right there with the little safety layout, looking downfield. Oh, and just a bit of a misread it looks like, and that might have been one of those gusts of wind that have been making this tournament just a little bit tricky to play out. And again, we have Philipp Neuhäuser picking the disc up, looking downfield, looking at his options. Puts a nice safe pass across the field. Oh, and a great run through D right here from Quijotes. Goes deep, fakes, comes in, gets the disc, and then looks deep himself. Really great play there from number 68. Gonzalo Ponce. Oh, nice layout there from number 11. Makes that look routine. And we seem to have a call here. Foul call, it looks like. No? Never mind. Not sure exactly what happened.
Maybe I can enlighten the audience, Klaas. I feel like there's a little bit of contact which got his shoe to fall off the back of his foot. There was contact which affected the play, and therefore it is a foul. So, Klaas, back over to you for the play-by-play.
Thank you there for catching all the minute details about this game, Patrick. Oh, number 11 with the disc. Looking upfield to number 88. Will they punch it in right here for the score to get back into this game? Number 88 has it all in his hands. Francis de Terle. Oh, unfortunately, a bit of a throwaway, and that was very tricky right there. A lot of commotion in the end zone, and it's really hard to keep cool and make the right play in that situation, but I think he did a good job. Hardfisch is going to look for a big huck, I guess, to get the disc away from this part of the field. Looking deep, but doesn't have an option that he's happy with. But an under option comes instead. Number 59 right here with the little safety layout. The around stop was amazing right there. Had to look downfield and had an option. Sky battle. Number 12 from Hardfisch. Malte Meistering comes down with it. Amazing play right there to put his team comfortably ahead.
Yeah, I also want to give a small shout out to Paula at home right now, watching her own team play and providing us with some fun facts. A big shout out to you, Paula.
And Paula also has a lot of history with this tournament. For many years, she was responsible for the amazing food that Rising High provides. You know, she set the tone. We still use the same caterer since her days, and other people, Francesca and Mark, have stepped up into her shoes. They're big shoes to fill. You know, she did a great job. So we appreciate you, Paula. Thank you for everything you've done for this club, and thank you for all of the interesting facts along the way. So we now got a huge pull upwind from Hardfisch. That's a pretty long pull compared to what we've been seeing with this wind. Let's see, not able to get it off to the center of the field. Inside to 19, little trippy trip. Little foul, but that's okay, sometimes that happens, it's all part of the game. Coming in on 0, the disc is checked in. Number 4, oh, that's a nice little lefty chuck. Nice little inside throw. And decide to slow it down a little bit. Number 24, wibbling and wobbling, trying to get 3. I'm seeing a lot of lefties, a lot of inside flicks, a lot of nice throws. It's beautiful to watch. And right in front of the end zone, let's see if they can... Ooh, nice inside shot. It's funny. So Quijotes have been coming to Rising High for several editions, ever since Gerard, old Force Electro member, brought them over. Unfortunately, he's not here this weekend, but I've heard great things. I remember the guy as well, back from my first year, a long time ago in Force Electro 1, when I was a wee lad. And then times change. We're a few years later. But it's important to recognize where you came from, the history of your team and your club, and I think it's a beautiful place to be. We're walking in the shoes of many great players, coaches, trainers, organizers, teams. It's a great place to be, Klaas.
And at the end of the day, that is the most beautiful thing about Ultimate, is the beautiful community that we have. Right there with the big pass. Quijotes is really taking away those deeps right now, really pushing them under. But Hardfisch seems to be happy so far to oblige. Oh, amazing break right there. And there you really see the quality of number 12 with that amazing break. And then he goes to follow up his pass. And then right there, ambidextrous as well. Anyone would like to have a player like that on their team. Malte Meistering.
Once again, to the players currently playing, we know you're going to watch back the live stream. Thank you for the great show. We really appreciate it. Keep up the good work. So, 13-9. I really wonder whether Quijotes can come back at this stage. I think it's quite a big mountain to climb. We do play with Cat +1 here at Rising High, so you never know. You always have a chance to come back, and that's a nice thing. The winning team always scores the last point.
Yeah, that's amazing. And those battles when you're down by 2-3 points, and then the time goes, and then you have to fight back every point. You know that if you score this, you have a chance to win the game, and that really makes the game fun. Oh, and as you might have heard over there, the time is up right now. So after this point, amazing layout from Luke! What an amazing layout for Quijotes to keep them in the game. That's just another one for the history books here at this beautiful tournament this weekend.
Yeah, the time is up call was just called, meaning the cap will be 14, and Quijotes has a chance to come back with that point for sure. What a sick layout that was. Let's see if they can come back in this. That is a nice way to get the momentum your way. Get this crazy ass layout in the end zone to get a score, hype the team up, and hopefully come back stronger after that and get the momentum your way. Let's see what they can do to follow that up, as it is a great pull considering the wind they have. The center pass, maybe Hardfisch looking to close this one out, throws a little float, he keeps it in. Oh, and it is intercepted by Quijotes. Let's see if they can work it up the field. Their style does fit the playing against the wind, but the Spanish teams, I don't think they are used to that these amount of wind gusts. As there's a big shot, can he lay out for that? No, he cannot, and there's a very unfortunate roll for Quijotes. And yeah, that is it. Hardfisch wins it all. They put up an amazing fight though.
So yeah, an amazing final, a great show. That closes off and concludes the Rising High 2022 edition. It's been great to be back after a long time with no tournament after Corona. So from up here in the commentary booth, we'd like to thank you all for joining us on this incredible journey that the finals has been. We appreciate all of the support, all of the love in the comments. We apologize for the closed microphone once again. We do our best. And we'd love to see you here. Make sure to follow all of our socials. If you'd like to be part of this amazing tournament next year, you can always reach out to us. And we'd like to see you on the field soon. Thank you. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. See you on the next one.